Hey, yo, what it do, man? Y'all tapped in, man. CBW Media, man, holding it down, man. OKC in the building. Back with another movie review that you can use, man. Check this out. I checked out that new movie by Tyler Perry called Straw. I checked it out right before the NBA game came on, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I could go out on a limb and say this is one of Tyler Perry's better movies I like, I'm not a fan of all the movies, but this is one of the ones that's actually pretty good. You know what I mean? Starring Taraji P Henson. You know what I'm saying? Did an excellent job acting in this. Tiana Taylor was off in it as well. She always do a good job too. You know what I mean? Things like that. Like I said, the story. You don't want the spoiler. You might as well go and log off and check it out yourself. But on the real, man, like I said, Straw, it's a dope movie. I give it a 5 out of 5. I would have called it The Last Straw. Because like I said, that's when it comes down to it, it's like when you're going through everyday life, grinding out, working, and still not making it, doing everything you can, doing it all the right way, still not making it, having issues, you know what I'm saying? Then you also have, the movie dealt with, you had, a couple cops that, was jackasses, in the beginning of the movie and things like that. Then she had a jackass as a boss, you know what I mean? And, and just crazy, and in this, I look at these type of movies, it's like real life shit. It's one of them things where, females and males, you go through it. Single fathers, single mothers, taking care of your kids, you're going through it. Little to no help, no family there, you know what I mean? All kind of stuff like that. And sometimes, like I'm saying, when kids are hungry, kids got to eat, they got to go to school, the school's always on your ass, and you're going to have the schools working against you and things like that. And it is one of them things where, then, outside of the racism shit, she was also battling against the hatred of our own kind. You know what I mean? And that's, like I said, it's wild. Definitely check it out. It's worth checking out. It ended very sad, you know what I'm saying? Spoiler alert, her daughter did not make it, you know what I mean? And it's just, like I said, it's just, but it's very dope how they played it off and all that type of stuff. I'd definitely like to see, it would be dope to, if they made a part 2 to it, but I doubt that, but I mean, it's really cool. I like to see like what would be going on after that, after all that. Like I said, VSTBW Media movie review, man. Like I said, Straw by Tyler Perry. Most definitely a 5 out of 5. Worth checking out. I'm about to check it out again for the second time today. Like I said, depression is real, you know what I mean? So, you can, when you're going through a lot of things in life, man, like I said, that could be the last straw that can make you go on and go for it, you know what I'm saying? And do the unthinkable, Like I said, check that out, man. Most definitely a 5 out of 5, man. That's my movie review, man. CBW Media. Let's get it. OKC. Bang.